Hi everyone, I'm Danielle with Trinity Readings, and we are just going to do a channeled message today. So whatever wants to come through, if you were drawn to this reading or drawn to the title of the reading, chances are there's a message in here for you. But as always, keep in mind, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And if you would like a more personal reading, you can get all the information on how to get that in the description box below. So, ashes. We're just going to start by pulling some message cards. See what is the strongest message that wants to come through for whoever's watching this reading. I'm hearing focus on nurturing the things that cannot be taken away from you. Focus on nurturing the things that nobody can take from you. Focus on nurturing your confidence. Focus on nurturing your love for yourself. Focus on nurturing your creativity. Even with other people that you're dealing with, don't focus so much on what they physically have to offer. Focus on their integrity. Focus on their values. So anything can be taken away, right? Ooh, I definitely feel that there's a very strong guidance to really put your energy and focus into your growth, into what is going to help you expand, into things that are not stationary. Don't focus so much about wanting to get a relationship for a relationship's sakes. Focus on why you want that relationship. Focus on creating relationships that are expansive, right? Focus on what is going to help you grow. Focus on even manifesting or creating or nurturing things or putting energy and focus into things that that can grow with you and expand with you. I feel like it's really important, like with the energy that you're sitting in right now, or the opportunities that are available to you right now. Like there's a lot of opportunity for growth. There's a lot of opportunity for expansion, but it's really important that you're not letting yourself get distracted. You have Tuesday and Thursday here. Tuesday is ruled by Mars, which is Aries energy, which is masculine energy, which is about finding your purpose, finding your passion, and protecting yourself in the sense of, you get those values and those goals that you're working towards, and protect everything, protect your energy in the sense of don't allow anything to distract you from your goals right now. Jupiter is ruled by Thursday is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is the energy of luck and expansion and growth, and it's also about gaining higher knowledge in order to get on the path that you want to be on. And that doesn't necessarily mean, like practical knowledge or practical information, but like the why, the purpose, the meaning. It's also like the way that we learn the best is by experience. And so I feel like this is a message to really dive into the experience, and the experience that you're wanting to create, where you're putting your energy to. Anything that you're putting your energy to right now is growing. Okay. So if you're putting an energy, focus, your thoughts, your anything that you're paying attention to, conversations that you're engaging in, people that you're connecting to, all of that is energy. All of that is energy that you're putting into. Even if you're thinking of a person for an hour a day, you're giving energy not only to that person, but to the energy that you're focusing on with that person. And so, for example, if you have somebody that you are really frustrated with, and you feel like that person is completely taking advantage of you, completely being an asshole to you, and that is where you put your focus on for 15 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, right? If you're sitting there dwelling on, God, I can't believe this person is such an asshole. I can't wait for them to get their karma. Look how horrible they're being to me, blah, 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 blah. All you're doing is feeding the energy of that person being an asshole to you. You're giving more fuel to the fire, right? And it's distracting you. It's draining your energy. It's making it more difficult for you to be in the energy that you need to be in. And so the strongest message here is like, own your masculine energy, whether you're female or male, right? Your masculine energy is your energy. It's your purpose. It's your passion. It's your strength. It's your motivation. It's your thought process. Get that directed in the direction that you want to go. Get that focused on, and put all the energy on what is important to you, and on the things that are going to grow and be expansive, right? There's no need in putting energy and focus into something that's only going to be around for a day, or something that's not going to matter tomorrow, right? It's not worthwhile to focus on or worry about, where you're going to find that little bit of money to pay that bill. You're better off putting focus into how can you sustain yourself moving forward, so you're not getting yourself in that situation again, right? Forward thinking is the strongest message in this. It's time to start moving towards what you want in your reality. And everything that is sitting in your reality right now is something that you've put energy into and manifested. And so if you're not liking what is in your reality right now, step into your masculine energy and do what is necessary to address that, fix that, or move away from that. All right, let's get a little bit more on this. What is the energy of this? Any further messages? There's something that you have been uncertain about. There's something that you have been very iffy about. There's something that has continued to go through just cycles, like the same cycles. There's something that's not being communicated. There's something that's not being brought to focus. There's something that's not being brought out to light, that's not being brought out into the open. And with the well card and the commitment card, this is it's asking you to really dig deep into what it is that you are wanting. Really dig deep on what you want emotionally, on what your dreams are, on what is valuable to you, on what is important to you, and commit yourself to, you need to commit yourself to going deeper. This is all very superficial energy right here. This is dealing with people who you can't figure out, who show you one thing one minute and something different the next minute. This is dealing with people who are wearing masks. This is dealing with people who are not communicating to you, and it's leaving things more up to the imagination. It's dealing with people who continue to put you through the same cycles. It's dealing with people who are not taking that step forward, or not communicating everything to you. But it's like you're dealing with situations that never go any further, that continue to stay in this almost hidden place, but just dangling in your face enough. And you need to dig deep into what it is that you want. You know, when we start dealing with situations or dealing with people where, when you deal with anybody that like you're feeling like you're an option, or you're feeling like you're trying to manifest this relationship coming to a certain place, right? And when you're dealing with any kind of issue in a relationship that starts to go on longer than a month, a couple months, 6 months, right? It's the same issue over and over and over again. We start to forget what the whole purpose of what we wanted was to begin with, right? It begins to become this competitive thing. Like, I want this person. I want this relationship. This is what's blocking it. This is what's blocking it. This is what's blocking it. So I need to get rid of this and get rid of this and get rid of this and do this and fix this and do this and do this. And it becomes a competition to obtain the end, like to get the relationship, right? When you're focused on manifesting a certain amount of money, right? It's like when we get focused on one thing, and we get focused on that thing for so long, and we're not seeing anything come to fruition or anything moving in the way that we want it to, we become competitive, and the goal turns into winning, and we forget what the purpose is. And so what are you committing yourself to, right? What are you committing yourself to? What are your dreams and your goals? What are your desires in all of this? And are you committing yourself to that? If you want an authentic relationship, are you committing to that with the people that you're dealing with? Are you being authentic with them? Are you expecting authenticity from them? And when you're not getting it from them, are you putting up the boundaries, right? Or are you still continuing to deal with the same types or the same inauthenticity and making excuses for it? There's something that is like you're just skimming the surface. If you're finding that you keep dealing with or connecting with a lot of superficial people, or connecting with a lot of people or situations that don't go the distance, that don't seem to ground down, it's because you're not going deep enough within yourself, and you're not finding something purposeful and meaningful for you to commit yourself to. there's a shift in the masculine energy that needs to happen in order to have the balance and harmony in your relationships in the way that you want. And it needs to be a shift within your masculine energy. Again, whether you resonate as male or female, masculine, feminine, whatever, we all have masculine and feminine, right? And so your masculine energy, again, is your drive, your purpose, your goals, your motivation, what motivates you. If you want to really dig deep into what your masculine energy is, look at your Mars placement. That will show you where your energy comes from, what motivates you. That'll give you a better idea. But if we don't have our own fire and passion and purpose and goal to work towards, commit ourselves to, then we're just open to whatever anybody else wants for us, right? Let's go a little bit further into this. How are you showing up in this energy? Six of Swords. So you're in a space of kind of going through some kind of transition, going through some sort of change. You might also be feeling like you've kind of been in this lull period for a long time. It might be the last 6 months, the last 6 weeks. It might even be 6 years. But you've been kind of like going through this transition, this change. It's been very slow. It's been very internal. You might feel kind of shut off from people. You might be dealing with a relationship where you feel that there's a lot of distance or disconnect between you two. But I feel like you've been in this kind of just slow moving energy. What's crossing you, this is star, is wish fulfillment. What do you want? What is your wish? What are your dreams? I kind of feel for some of you, it's almost like you've been in this kind of stagnation period for so long that what it is that you're wanting is like very, like your wishes, your dreams, your desires, they're like very minimal. And you don't want to get yourself into that space. You don't want to get yourself ever into the space where you're like, I'll just settle for a friend. I'll just settle for somebody to talk to. I just want somebody to tell me I'm beautiful. I just want a little bit of money. You know what I mean? Because that's like survival. The root is 9 of Pentacles. So the root is you're single. And you're in a good space. You're in a good space. You know, 9 of Pentacles is very independent. 9 of Pentacles knows how to take care of themselves. And, you know, it's not a bad place to be. Recent past is 5 of Cups. You're single because of a loss, because somebody kind of let you down. I kind of feel for some of you, it's like you've been going through this for a long time. Like you might have, like a relationship you had might have ended a while back, and you're still kind of in this healing period of it, in this transition period of it. 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, like you're really in a good energy with yourself. You're in a good energy to kind of manifest a good relationship. But I kind of feel also for some of you, you might even be questioning if that's what you want. If you want a relationship or if you just want to be single for a little while longer. What's in front of you is Empress, is divine feminine energy, is manifesting love, manifesting unconditional love, really diving into what it is that you want, diving into your desires, really being in that powerful place of manifesting in the sense of just things flowing to you. I feel like you're also like in this very desirable energy. I kind of feel like if you are a single person, there might be a lot of options presenting themselves to you. You might find that people are giving you a lot of attention. With the star card being what's crossing you, you have the ability to pick and choose what it is that you want, so don't settle. The purpose is Two of Wands. The purpose is you need to make the decision for what you want. You have the opportunity to choose. The purpose is to show you that you are in charge of your own path. You get to decide what you want moving forward. I always find it funny, and I mean this in no disrespect at all, but I always find it amusing when people will go, I've met this person and I've also met this person. Which person is the right person for me? It always amuses me, like we don't trust ourselves enough, right? We don't trust ourselves enough to go, okay, well, I feel really good about this person, but I'm feeling a little iffy about that person, and that be that, right? We don't. And a lot of times I notice that people will decide on who they're going to commit to based on who's going to commit to them, right? Or who's committing to them first, or who's giving them the most attention, right? And it's like we wait for things to come to us and kind of just let go of the idea that we can have what we want. The challenge is Ten of Pentacles. So the challenge is that you're looking towards, you've got this goal of what you want in mind. So for some of you, it's like a relationship, right? You have this goal of perfection. So some of you, it's like, I want a relationship, but I want the whole deal. I want the package. I want the commitment. I want to know this person is going to marry me, have children, blah, 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 right? And so this is what you're looking for when you're looking for relationships. You're looking for the total package, right? And that's not a bad thing to be looking for, but when you're looking for this right off the bat, when you go into meetings, when you meet somebody or you step into a relationship with this idea, is this person going to be somebody I'm going to be with long term? Are they going to be my marriage partner? Are they going to be this? Are they going to be this? It's like you're trying to skip to the end without taking time to get to know that person, right? And at the same time, you're basing your decision on whether or not you're letting that person in. You're basing that decision on whether or not they're going to stick with you long term, right? Whether or not they're going to be loyal long term, whether or not they're going to fulfill your own expectations. But is that what you want, right? What if, yeah, this person can meet all of these expectations, but they fucking stink, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Or you don't like conversations with them. So it's like, let go of the idea that if you take your time, that it's going to fall away. Let go of the idea that you have to grab onto, like when you see somebody that you like, that you have to hurry up and grab onto them real quick. This is also in terms of like anything that you're trying to manifest. You might be looking at it in the sense that you have to be perfect in order to be chosen. And that's something that you need to let go of. Or that you have to obtain a certain level of success in order to validate that you're on the right path. External influences, 10 of Wands. you're carrying too much pressure. You're putting too much pressure on yourself. Give me one more. The past needs to be completely obliterated, and you need to manifest something new. You can no longer hold on to any past ideas anymore. I also feel like you're holding on to so much. You're putting a lot of pressure on yourself, and it's creating this space where your energy is completely like out of control or just not grounded. And for some of you, I feel like you're still dealing with people that just aren't, you're taking too many responsibility for people. You're putting too much pressure on yourself to manifest this certain goal. You're putting too much pressure on yourself to have a relationship. You're putting too much. If you've been kind of waiting around for somebody, understand that you need to let go of waiting for this person, first of all. And you need to make the choice. And then understand that everything needs to be completely obliterated in order to start over with this person. The outcome is Eight of Cups, completely walking away from something, completely walking away from competitive relationships, competitive people, completely walking away from the idea that you are in competition with other people. Yeah, I feel like some of you have had people in your life that it's more about this kind of like dramatic relationship, these dramatic ups and downs, right? This whirlwind romance, and then it's like it's just nothing but conflict. And I feel like you're deciding to detach yourself and walk away from it. Although I do want to say this, I feel like if you're deciding to just walk away from somebody, I feel like that is, I do feel that there's a need to walk away and detach yourself. But I feel like there's a need to not walk away with avoidance. I feel like there's a need to really kind of lay everything out on the table and really be strict and firm with putting up those boundaries. You don't want to just walk away and leave the door open. You don't want to walk away and leave the door open and hope they're going to come back better, because they're not. They're still coming back in Page of Wands, Knight of Cups energy, not grounded. And so I feel like you're going to have to be really firm with your boundaries and be willing to start something new. Your guidance is the Fool card. Your guidance is to start something completely new. Like, free yourself of everything that's weighing you down. The Fool and the Hierophant. Okay. The Fool and the Hierophant and the Five of Pentacles. Have you learned the lesson yet? Have you learned the lesson that when you're feeling less than, when you're feeling lack, other people are not going to fill that for you. In fact, that when you're feeling lack and you're looking to people to fill that lack for you, they're going to encourage you to be in more of a space of lack. Have you learned the lesson on filling yourself up first? Have you learned the lesson that the more you take responsibility for other people and the less you take care of yourself, the more you're left out in the cold? Have you been left out in the cold enough? The Fool, look at this. Fool, and then the Hierophant is a 5, and the 5 of Pentacles is a 5. Do you want to be free from this completely? Or do you want to go through a lesson again of being left out and abandoned again? Nine of Cups, what do you want? What do you really want? What do you want emotionally? What feels good to you? Nurture that within yourself. What's hidden is the Emperor. What's hidden is masculine energy. You're dealing with wounded masculine energy. You're not addressing your own masculine energy. Your own masculine energy is not balanced, and so you're connecting to people with the same energy. What's hidden is masculine energy. What's hidden is boundaries. And when you're dealing with anybody that can't decide, that can't make a decision, that's stuck, they don't want to take responsibility. They don't have masculine energy. They're lacking masculine energy. They're lacking passion. They're lacking purpose. They're lacking goals. They're lacking the desire to take responsibility. And there's a lot of work that needs to be done in that. And you don't want to be the one doing the work. You want to put that work into your own masculine energy. 8 of Wands, King of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. The energy that we're sitting in right now is energy that brings about a very powerful change. 8 of Wands is powerful change. 8 of Wands is about focusing on moving forward. You're ready to move forward. King of Pentacles is asking you to focus on what you value, but get out of this stubborn energy of not... The 8 of Wands and the King of Pentacles. The 8 of Wands is all about change. The King of Pentacles does not want anything to move. And I think in order to have the love that you're wanting to have, the abundance that you're wanting to have, you have to be willing to move towards what is valuable to you. You have to be willing to make the change, to have the difficult conversations. Hanged Man, 4 of Pentacles, you already know this person is stuck. And if you want to keep making excuses for why this person is stuck, you'll be stuck right along with this person. Love you guys. Have a good week. Bye-bye.